What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Oh, child. We got Brandon Tatum up with this simping ass. Y'all. And this is, let me tell you something. It's not going to be long, but it's going to be deliberate. So, I had to make sure I get the video. And shout out to Jay Witt for making that happen. Hold on a second. I'm trying to fix my audio. Jay Witt sent me over the tune version of this because Brandon Tatum likes to hit people with copyrights for some odd reason. Can you all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Ooh, child. How y'all doing? Oh, welcome back, y'all. We had a Scientology Sunday earlier. Juju up in here. Shout out to my moms. Francisca up in here. I see Saint up in here. Shout out to you, honey. Oh, I was trying to get ready for this live. Y'all, we getting it in today. Yeah, Jay, we got hit with a copyright from Brandon Tatum. So he of course appealed it, and they released the video back. But in the meantime, he had posted up like a cartoon version of it. And I was like, oh, that video is so good. So I reached out to him and I said, listen, I want to go in on Tatum fast, but I ain't got time for these copyright strikes because, he's a clown. And Jay Witt hit me back and he sent us over the animated version. Oh, man. I love my big bro so much. So shout out to Jay Witt for sending us the two version of this. Let me get to it. I'm going to pull this up. I uploaded it. It is available for the members in case you all have not seen it. It is on the members website for the members to review. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Wait. Wait. I gotta switch over. Okay, I switch over here. It's giving me a switcheroo up. All right, let me go back in. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get up because I put it under. I was still on my second channel, but I put this under my main in that members only. I need to upload it to both, I guess. All right. There we go. So we're going to check this out. Let me get the screen up and going, and we're going to get to it. I had to switch over, y'all. Oh, child. This clown right here. Oh, he's such a simp. And all this time, he could have been putting Candace in her place when it came to Erica Kirk, and he just refused to do it because he like, oh, she's my sister. Let's act like siblings don't have disagreements. Let's not make that an excuse when it comes to you telling her you need to stop dogging this woman out and find anything else to talk about. You're accusing her of murdering her husband. You're not even asking questions at this point. And this idiot claims to be an officer. He can't tell the difference between when someone's making affirmative allegations versus asking a question. A legitimate question. Candace and her candy-ass cult following have been running around here for 8 months talking about we just asking questions. Y'all still asking the same dumb shit that your cult leader was supposed to be answering for you through her so-called research. They're asking everybody else what happened to Charlie Kirk. Wasn't Candace supposed to be figuring that out? Shouldn't she be telling us who pulled the trigger on the gun? Since she doesn't believe that it was Tyler Robinson. She should be telling us that through her research after 8 months of this. She acts like she's still stuck at phase 1. But she wants all this evidence and all this stuff that she can't read or interpret. Never mind federal laws when it comes to preservation of evidence related to a criminal investigation and a trial that's going on. A whole murder trial is occurring in the court of law. A whole murder trial. Never mind the federal laws that are in place and designed to preserve that evidence. Not just the state laws, federal laws. Candace thinks she's above the rule of law. She thinks she's entitled and privy to this. She is not. She is no one. The courts could care less that she's walking this earth. She is so insignificant to that judge and jury in there. But she was supposed to be telling us who pulled the trigger. Now, her and her dumb coat, the best they can come up with is some self-detonating device that they can't prove. Wouldn't that device be a part of an exhibit? Where is it? Why they had none of that device at all? So the device dissipated? Did it crumble into pieces, into dust? Did Thanos snap it back out into the wind? That's how stupid they are. Oh my God. So we're here for it. Just so we can remind Brandon Tatum that he's an idiot and a simp, and he needs to grow a spine and stop acting like he's scared of the candy asses. The most they say, honey, is, oh, you're not as smart as our cult leader, and then you're not as rich, and she gets more views than you. Thank you for keep proving my point. She's doing this for clicks, views, likes, subs, and money. That's all she does this for. And PR. This is all one big public relations strategy for her. That's all it is. And that's all it would ever be. That and felonious, because she admitted to stalking someone, and that's a felony. And defamatory. So yeah, it's those 3 things. It's a PR stunt, it's felonious, and it's defamatory. Can't make this up. So let's get to this. Y'all ready? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, thank you, Juju, for the YouTube channel link. Make sure you guys go check out my brother in Christ, Jay Witt. Also, my big brother. We love him. Jay Witt, thank you, Deacon. I appreciate you for doing this. This is awesome. Show him some love. Oh, yeah, I do too. TFC says, a lot of us believe that Candace accused Erica. She called her Black Widow and made a thumbnail of Erica holding a gun to Charlie's neck. See? These are key pieces of exhibits that will be used as evidence in a court of law against Candace. The reasonable reader and listener that has remotely checked out half of the things that Candace has said and done about Erica Kirk can say that she has accused Erica Kirk of murdering her husband, of being involved in a conspiracy to murder her husband, and of being involved in a cover-up of the assassination of her husband. All of those things are criminal offenses, and all of those things without evidence is defamation. Defamation is not protected free speech. It is not you asking anything. It is you making affirmative allegations that you're trying to pass off as a fact. Why would you call somebody a Black Widow again? Knowing the definition of that term? See, Candace doesn't read. That's going to bite her in the ass because the jury is going to read it. Erica Kirk needs to go ahead and drop this federal lawsuit. Stop playing around with this. Child. Let's get to this simp, Brandon Tatum. And this isn't the only video we got. Oh, yeah, no, we got a few others where he has, shown how much of a simp he is and a coward and all of that. Meanwhile, in the podcast studio, hit the 4 if you can see it here. Let's go.
Talk about Erica Kirk. So like I said, I'm coming into this blind. I haven't watched anything. I have no idea what she's going to say. We shall see it together. All right, roll the clip.
It seems to me that nothing will ever be enough for the evil in this world. Our country has become unrecognizable. These people have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband. They've continuously tried to assassinate the president. And anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly dishonest. We want the best for our country. They don't. This is why Charlie started Turning Point USA in the first place. He didn't trust the radicalized liberal teachers. And this past Saturday, it was a school teacher, of all people, a school teacher that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me? So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me. She introduced herself and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself." And I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally, she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?"
Interesting. I think that's an interesting take because it's true. You talk to these people face to face, they're friends with you. These leftists, I've talked to conservative politicians, and they say this 100 times out of 100, is that they actually get along with people on the left. Like in person. Like they go have drinks, they're cool. They don't have beef like we think they do. We think they're at each other's throat. They're walking down the halls of Congress and they just bumping into each other, ready to squab off. That's not even true. Most of these people are just hanging out and having a good time. But in front of the public, they hate each other. I got to resist this person, and behind the scenes, they get along. It's crazy what they do, y'all. It's about the Skrilla, to be quite honest. All right, there's a couple more clips. Erica clip. Let's see the second one.
Shortly thereafter.
Say about the Skrilla? What did he say? Skrilla.
To be quite honest.
It's about the Skrilla? What's Skrilla? Oh, Lord. Why do we have to look up definitions of terms? What's Skrilla? Does anybody know what that is before I Google it? Hi, Colleen, honey. Oh, me either, Juju. Y'all, shout out to Tatum took the payout. Betty Freddy said, "Wow. Oh, my God. Be careful, Juju, you're driving, honey." Does anyone know what the heck Skrilla is? Oh, my God. I've never heard that. All right. I guess we got to turn to the dictionary. Skrilla. Is a slang term for money, cash, or wealth, often used in hip-hop culture. I know damn well he's not trying to use slang. Brandon Tatum, I am a whole black woman, and I had no idea what Skrilla was. Why couldn't you just say it's about the money? Well, I mean, what the hell is wrong with you? No one knew what that is in my chat. This idiot using terms like he's trying to be relatable. First of all, don't blame this on leftists. Candace claims to be a conservative and Republican, doesn't she? at one point tried to say she was apolitical. She's not one party over the other. But she claims to be a conservative. So why are you blaming this on leftists? This has nothing to do with leftists. This is about this woman you call a sister out here defaming Erica Kirk for months. Defaming TPUSA for months, accusing them of a criminal offense. The conspiracy, cover-up, and pre-planning of an assassination. Those are still criminal offenses, and Brandon Tatum is the dumbest officer to have ever been commissioned by any board in the United States of America. Because he knows what a criminal offense is. He knows conspiracy to commit murder is a criminal offense that warrants jail time. And he knows they have no evidence to prove any of that bullshit. They have not been asking a damn thing. They've been making affirmative allegations, and his punk ass can't call out, Candace, I gotta do it. Okay. So we'll leave Brandon Tatum to his Skrilla. Yeah, I can't make this up. Skrilla is a slang term for money, cash, or wealth, often used in hip-hop culture. Who the hell you trying to relate to? Tatum, nobody understands that shit, you dumb simp. Just say money. Candace has been doing this for clicks, views, likes, subs, and money. I'm glad he can use terms like Skrilla, but he can't say Candace is doing this for views and money. And if she's my sister, she's going to have to just deal with what I'm about to say, and she can kiss my ass or keep living. I don't care. We can duke it out off the screen, girl. But you effing up. And what I'm not going to do is go down with you. See, if you were truly siblings, and you love each other like siblings, you know, because she always claiming she loves somebody like a brother. Funny how she does that, and then yet the ones that she claims she loves like a brother, main one she's sitting around here obsessing over. She said the same thing about Charlie Kirk. I love him like a brother. He's my best friend. She wanted to be that man's wife. What'd she say? People didn't want us to have any mixed babies. You don't think shit like that when it comes down to a sibling? How you care if people think you have a mixed baby? You should have been cussing them out saying, oh, that's disgusting and gross. Why are you sitting here? Who cares if we have babies or not? I don't see him like that. I love him like a brother. A brother he has been and a brother he shall be. What you talking about? No, Candace put up a post in a video talking about, you know, they don't want us to have, no, we can't have mixed children out here. They wouldn't want us to have some little Candace Charlie Kirk babies. But why are you even thinking about that? He's your brother, remember? Candace can't even be honest about that. She can't even be honest that she was in love with Charlie Kirk, wanted to marry him, wanted to be with him, and thought she would be the next CEO of TPUSA. She still wants them to put her on their payroll. People can't believe me when I say this. Let me show y'all. Because I snipped this stuff when she says stupid things. Candace has said how many times she wants to be on their payroll. Oh, they ought to just pay me for the PR. Because people don't believe it. This came from her episode. Candace said this out of her own mouth. Now you tell me, Candy asses, why would your cult leader, why would she want TPUSA to put her on their payroll if she can't stand them? If she's talking about how they covered up an assassination and blood money and a blah, 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 and all that bullshit. What does it say? Right thing, it paid me a monthly retainer to consult them on PR. For what? Pay her a monthly retainer? Why would they need to consult with you about PR? No, you're the one seeing this as a joke. Heifer, this is becoming litigious. This is becoming a matter of law. You're getting hit with federal lawsuits. Erica Kirk needs to stop playing with it and drop her federal lawsuit on your head. TPUSA as well. Why would your cult leader want TPUSA to give her a monthly retainer for any reason? The candy asses don't see any quarrels with this at all because they're so dumb. They don't see, like the words like hypocrisy go over their head. Of course, they don't care about definitions of terms or anything. They can't stand TPUSA. They hate Erica Kirk, and yet their cult leader would not mind being on their payroll, would not mind taking money from TPUSA on a monthly basis for a retainer to consult them on PR. For what? Why would she want any affiliation with them? If she is accusing them of a cover-up of an assassination and she wants to get a monthly consulting fee from them, then wouldn't she be just as complicit? I'm just asking questions. Wouldn't that make her just as complicit? Because essentially they'll be paying you money that they're generating coming from all these Jewish donors that you act like you can't stand. One of which you've doxed, which is a cybercrime. And you want them to give you all that Jewish donor money on a monthly basis for a retainer for PR? Why? You shouldn't want to take a dime from them. As much as you've been dogging them out, you should not want to take 1 penny from them. But yet, the candy asses see nothing wrong with this. They're so stupid. They're so dumb. This is what they want. They're okay with this. Child. They don't ever call out their cult leader on, we don't sit here. Why do you keep saying you want to go work for them? What's wrong with you? They won't call her out on that. She said it in her response to Erica Kirk. Again, oh, the PR is so bad. What you mean? Why do you care? Why do you care about that PR? Why are you worried about that? All of a sudden, a federal lawsuit is all about PR for her. Brian Harple is the one that sent the lawsuit. He's not working directly for TPUSA. Their lawsuit is going to be a whole separate legal matter. This isn't some class action. They're not co-plaintiffs in the same lawsuit. So when TPUSA sues the hell out of her, that would be a separate legal matter from Brian Harple. So how is this somehow reflected on TPUSA's PR? Brian Harple doesn't work for them. He's not an employee of TPUSA. What you mean? This is how stupid she is. Girl, just sit back and take these lawsuits like a champion while you still figure out how subpoena power works, because she doesn't know how that works. Let's get back to it.
All right, there's a couple more clips. Erica clip. Let's see the second one.
Shortly thereafter, gunshots rang out and total chaos ensued. And you guys have all
no reply.
Seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot. Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism. And again, ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher.
Crazy.
You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so...
This point right here, I'm glad you said this, Adam. Shout out to you. Candace only switched to conservative to profit from Trump's name. Exactly. And yet you hear Tatum talking about leftists. This has nothing to do with leftists. No, Candace is she claims to be a whole conservative. Why not just call her by her name? Or is it where Tatum, you two have agreed to call each other by each other's names? Like that movie, Call Me By Your Name. Like that movie, Tatum, Call Me By Your Name. Oh, Candace. Oh, Tatum. You thunkhead clown. Oh, you lying wench. The Simp and the Witch. Oh, we got to create a cartoon series on this. No reply, y'all. You want to go in on a cartoon series on this? The Simp and the Witch. Y'all, it's going to be better than Harry Potter. We can all come in and participate on this. Oh, we need to start like a cartoon special. Candace the Witch and Tatum the Simp. Their adventures into the closet. Oh, man. I have so many ideas. Look at God. Won't he do it? Turn their ass into a cartoon series because both of them are clowns. Oh, yes. Y'all, no reply getting in on this LGBT. He's understanding this lawsuit. Candace, you have a federal lawsuit. You're named as a co-defendant in the state of Florida. For a pump and dump scheme. The meme coin. That Let's Go Brandon meme coin. Where you scam your own base. See, the candy asses don't care that she scammed people. Having people buy fake meme coins that didn't exist. She pocketed the money. And then they walked away with nothing. They thought they had meme coins. They thought they had some sort of digital currency when they didn't. So she's scamming folks like hell, and they don't think that this is about the money for her. She wouldn't be named as a co-defendant in a federal lawsuit in the state of Florida dealing with a pump and dump scheme if it was not about all the money. She wants all the money. Candace, I have more clips, girl. Where you said nobody pays me. Nobody pays me the big bucks. I have a clip of you saying that. You're just too stupid to put 2 and 2 together. Candace, what's 3 times 4? Oh, Lord. The Simp and the Witch. Oh, we're going to turn that into a cartoon series. Oh, that's going to be something else, y'all. The Simp and the Witch. Let's get back to the Simp.
Unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night. And in his manifesto, he starts by contextualizing himself by saying, I am a citizen of the United States of America.
Yay. No reply.
And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful.
True. Next clip, we got 2 more.
We're all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality.
SIMP and Tatum, you have nothing to say about that? Your so-called sister, you know, the yeasty witch, said that it was a joke. That Jimmy Kimmel was making a joke. Yeah, the simpy, the yeasty witch called that a joke. Just as an FYI to you, SIMP and Tatum. This dumb simp can't even call her out on that. I don't have any personal issues against Jimmy Kimmel either. But who the hell says stuff like that? See, Candace, how would you feel if somebody walked up to George and said, you have the glow of an expected widow? Especially after Candace, you know, the witch, yeasty witch, has roamed this earth lying about assassination attempts on her life. So the simp says nothing about that at all. Here's an opportunity where he could have called that shit out and said, Candace should have never said that was a joke. I don't know how she got that out of this. She should have never, that was not a joke. I don't know, why would she even call that a joke? Candace, if you don't like it, you can hit me up. The simp could have said that. He's a grown-ass man. Why he can't handle her? Yeah, okay. Clown.
In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
Arian, how's that? I need to know how
that last part.
How's that a joke? What's your name, Arian? Bliss Creek. How's that a joke? Are you married, Bliss Creek? Because see, over here, we're human beings. We don't lose our humanity over stuff because we're trying to fit a narrative. Are you married, Bliss Creek? Bliss Creek, are you married? Simple question. Unless you're a bot, you shouldn't have a problem answering it. Are you married? You have anybody in your life you love? Yes, I am. Okay. So if I told you, you have the expected glow, you have the glow of an expected widow. After I dogged your wife out, how would you take that? I dog your wife out and say, oh, this person would be better off dead. They should kick rocks. They should jump off a bridge. Blah, 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 blah. Blitzkrieg has the glow of an expected widow. You gonna find that funny? No, I want you to tell me, would you find that funny if I tell your wife to jump off a bridge and kick rocks? That this world would be better off without her roaming it. And that you have the glow of an expected widow. Would you find that funny? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, they come up in here and they want to sit here and lead the comments, but they don't know what to answer a question and actually have real dialogue. Would you find that funny? Yes or no? Bliss Creek, would you find that funny? Yes or no? It's a simple question. Now words are hard for you? Oh. A word's hard for you, Bliss Creek. No, my question is, if I say that you have the glow of an expected widow, because you're implying in this that you would marry someone that's stupid and cruel and useless. Would you marry someone that's useless, cruel, and stupid? Are you married to somebody that's cruel, useless, and stupid? Yes or no? Because then that would speak to your character. If you go marry somebody that's useless, cruel, and stupid, you married the person. Blitzkrieg. You married whomever you married. I don't know if you're a woman or man. You said you married to a man. You said my husband. Are you a man or woman? Are you married to a woman or a man? Because you said you're not a bot and you're a real person, right? I mean, if you're an alien, could let us know. That'd be funny. Blitzkrieg. Are you married to someone that is cruel, useless, and stupid? Yes or no? Aryan Blitzkrieg. Come to the front. They run from like real conversation because they want to just do stuff like this. Come on, Blitzkrieg. Are you married to someone that is useless, cruel, and stupid? Yes or no? Yeah, okay. Because when you ask them real questions, they don't want to answer, but then they want to keep leaving comments to get my attention. You got my attention. Aryan Blitzkrieg, you have my attention. Are you married to someone that's stupid, useless, and cruel? We'll wait till they come back. Oh, we can wait now. Whether you come back today, tomorrow, next week, we will remember you. I keep telling the Candy Ass cult members, you enter my chat at your own peril. And I'm still going to ask the same question. Are you married to someone that is useless, cruel, and stupid? We'll wait. Because I got a point to prove. Your husband is a genius. So if your husband is a genius, there you go, Aryan Blitzkrieg. Your husband is a genius. So they're not useless or stupid or cruel. So if that be the case, if I said to you that you have the glow of an expected widow, would that be a joke to you? Yes or no? Because you married a genius. See, you did not marry someone that is cruel, useless, and stupid. You married a genius. You love your husband? Do you love your husband? Let's creak. It didn't seem like you married someone that was cruel, useless, and stupid. So if you marry someone and you love them and you call them a genius, is it a joke for me to say that you have the glow of an expected widow? Seeing that you married a genius, and I would assume you love your husband. Don't block him. I want Aryan Genius to answer. Because, man, they love to come in here and get my attention. And then when I give them attention, they don't want to say nothing. Blitzkrieg, I told you, you can take forever. We're not going to let up. So Blitzkrieg said that she married a genius. If you married a genius, you love your husband. Aryan, my question is, do you love your husband? You said your husband is a genius. Do you love your husband? Yes or no? You're giving me a whole lot of word salad. Yes or no? These word salads don't work on me over here. That's why Candace does listen, because she know that she don't work on me. Do you love your husband? Yes or no? He's a kind, decent man. He's a genius and a kind and decent man. So if I told you that you have the glow of an expected widow, would you take that as a joke if you consider your husband to be kind, decent, and a genius? And we're just going to assume you love him. Would that be a joke to you? Yes or no? You got to slow it down. Are the words that I'm using too difficult? Do you speak another language? If I told you, Arian Blitzkrieg, that you have the glow of an expected widow, considering who you married, to whom you've described to be a genius, kind, and decent man, would that be a joke if I told you that you have the glow of an expected widow? Yes or no? To you. I'm not talking about Trump, nobody else. I'm talking about you and your husband. Yes or no? Perhaps Arian Blitzkrieg speaks another language. I don't think they speak English. Or they pick and choose. Are you using Google Translate? You coming in mighty slow with the responses. You can't make this up. Let's get back to this the SIMP here.
It was deep.
While Blitzkrieg figure out the words that I'm using.
The last part is deep. I mean, I just wonder. Are we getting this yet? I still think people are desensitized or shocked at Charlie's death. Like, I think people aren't, because they're too busy doing conspiracies and all that stupid stuff instead of realizing that a leftist nut job killed Charlie Kirk. Same type of brain in these people that tried to kill Donald Trump 3 times. Like, I don't know how we haven't gotten it at this point. And what she said is correct. The more you hyper-focus on dehumanizing a person, the easier it is to either watch them be killed or want to see them killed or even kill them yourself. If you frame somebody as bad as Hitler was, he's probably burning in hell right now. When you compare another person to a person like that, who we see historically did some of the most horrible things that any leader could ever do, and you make Trump into that guy, who wouldn't want to see him get killed? Who wouldn't want to see him dead? He deserves to die if he's going to kill millions of people. The only problem is it's all bull crap. We got one more clip from Erica, and then we're out. Roll it.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband.
Ooh.
And the list goes on and on and on. There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country.
Y'all, that's all he could do. This is the look he actually shot in the real video. He put his fist up to his mouth. He was like, ooh, like he in high school. The SIMP responded just like this. Like a fucking clown. Ooh. Like someone just like snapped out and was like, oh, your mama's so fat, she's as big as the equator. Ooh. Like it was so stupid. But he could say, you know what? This is justified for her to say that because Candace has been accusing this woman of being a part of a conspiracy to have her husband assassinated, claiming that somebody saw her on some military base with no evidence whatsoever that they saw her, Erica Kirk, on this military base. Candace, you got it coming. Brian Harpoon was not playing. Erica Kirk needs to go ahead and drop that lawsuit, girl. This is his response. But because he cared more about money he's making and business, you know, and all, forget any soul or conviction or anything, because he has none. And he claims to be Erica Kirk's friend. If I were her, I will start going in and calling all of the asses out. He a little simp. What he gonna do? Nothing. This little simp ain't got standing. If I were her, man, I would go in. One of y'all tagged me, I think it was Mindy. One of y'all tagged me on a video we're gonna watch this evening in our Candace marathon. This dude from PragerU. Oh, he went off. And it's by time. Erica Kirk unleashed the dragon. I just want her to drop that federal lawsuit first. That way she can say, y'all thought I was playing? This heifer thought I was playing. No. I'll see you in court. Come on, Erica. We helping you get comments and posts and everything else. Candy asses into my chat at your own peril. Still waiting on Blitzkrieg to say yes or no. Because, you know, words might be hard for Blitzkrieg. Bless your heart. Yes or no. It's either a 3-letter answer or a 2-letter answer. I mean, you know, I didn't think it was that difficult. I asked a very simple question, but okay. Yeah, whatever.
There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. The most unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger. This is a moment for Americans to come together and decide what kind of country we are going to be before we lose our country altogether. In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And this is why my husband created Turning Point USA, so we could have civil discourse and debate and open dialogue, because when we stop talking to each other, bad things happen. I am choosing to fight for America, for my children, for your children, and for our humanity, because we all need to do our part. And by the grace of God, we will succeed, and America will remain what she was always called to be, a shining city on a hill, a light to the world. So let me give you a perfect example of how it's done. My husband did it best and left us the blueprint on how to have uncomfortable conversations with those who disagree. Buckle up, everybody. Here we go.
Drop the mic. Now I see why they hate
drop
it.
the mic.
They hate.
They who? Can you name they? Can you say they, you simp? Are you able to say who they are? Name them. Name them. Candace is one. The yeasty witch. Can you name the rest? Can you say who they are without melting? Can you grow a spine and a sack and name who they are? Brandon Tatum. Name them. Grow a spine and a sack. You got this shirt on. He think he's sitting here in all kinds of holy hot power right now. I'm still whatever this. I guess. Well, he's still Trump. Name them. Trump didn't have a problem calling her out. Why do you? This simp right here, boy, he's something else.
her because it's a reflection of how they are as people. Right?
Are you naming
When
them?
you see somebody that's beautiful,
You can't make this up.
poised, intelligent, articulating her words properly. Articulate is the word. You see somebody who's being able to step up and lead an organization from Charlie Kirk, who was, a once in a lifetime person. They hate it.
What?
Because they look in the mirror and they ain't sugar honey iced tea. They haven't built nothing. They're not going to build anything. They have no integrity. They have no relationship with God.
Are you naming Candace or what? Grow a sack, Tatum. One nut at a time. Grow a sack. Name them. Who are they? You keep saying they. Ugh, funny how he won't drop a name. Who are the main ones that are out here saying that Erica Kirk was involved in some top brass meeting with high-ranking military officials planning to have her husband assassinated? Who was pushing that bullshit again? We would not know who Mitch Snow is if it was not for Candace Amber Rose Owens Farmer. See? I will name every name she's ever claimed. Candace, you can kiss my ass on this beautiful Sunday morning. God is still good.
They would fall apart into pieces and never to be seen again if they were faced with the same adversity as Erica Kirk. And they know it, and they see it in the mirror every day, and they hate themselves because of it.
Oh my God, you won't.
Because they had a beautiful family. They looked really good to the public, and people know their family ain't worth a darn. They know they and their husband and husband and wife arguing every day. They hate each other. The husband ain't even telling the wife what secrets he's holding.
You can't.
Homeboy finna build something without you. Homegirl building without you. And you mad because Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk was like this. That's all I'm saying. I see it. Because I'm listening to this young woman talk and I'm inspired by what Erica says. I see the genuineness in her eyes and her heart. I've talked to her on the phone before after Charlie has died. The consistency of her character and personality is the only reason why I'm standing up as hard as I am.
You're not standing up to anything. You can't even call out Candace and you claim that she's your sister. The hell you talking about, boy? Yet you're using terms like Skrilla. Oh, we got video clips to back up how he only cares about money and business too. He's a male version of Candace, except he can't say her name at all. But he can sit here and talk about how, oh, I've talked to Erica, even after Charlie Kirk died. She's one of my good friends. We're so close. F out of here and go sit down and have several seats, you clown. This SIMP can't even say Candace's name when he's talking about they. Grow a sack, Tatum. Grow a sack. He wonders why people don't respect him as a man. We're clowning your ass out because you're too scared to say Candace Owens. You've effed up. I still love you, but I'm going to call it out. You ain't got to like it. I don't care if you get mad from now until kingdom come. But this is how it is when you love people. You don't have people in your life that are all yes men and they just kissing your ass and letting you say and do whatever you want. And in the moment someone put your ass in check, then all of a sudden they're your enemy and you sending your coat after them to dox and harass people. Get the F out of here. This SIMP can't even say her name. Clown.
Because at the end of the day, I don't run Turning Point USA. Charlie ain't my husband. Erica ain't my wife. I don't have to give a F about none of these people. But what's the right thing to do? The right thing is that God has put it on my heart when Charlie got killed to do something for his family.
Ugh.
And those of you who helped in the mission, we gave their family $450,000, almost $500,000.
I don't care. I don't care how much money you gave them. See, that's how you know you only care about money. When you cannot put Candace in check for accusing this woman of aiding in some cover-up or pre-planning of her husband's assassination, which is conspiracy to commit murder, which is a criminal offense, you can't call her out on that defamation. The money is irrelevant. You shouldn't even have to tell us how much money you've given them to try to make it seem like you've looked out for her and that you've helped her. First of all, she didn't ask your bum ass for the money in the first place. Secondly, why do you need to tell people that? You don't do something for somebody and then throw it out there like it's a badge of honor. You all should know I love her. I gave her $450,000. Who gives a fuck? No one cares you gave her all that money. When you cannot call out Candace Owens, and Candace Owens is the one leading this dumbass campaign that's leading to federal lawsuits, where she is accusing this woman of having committed a criminal offense. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Giving her $500,000 will do what? When she's still having to worry about her safety and protection death threats, kidnapping threats, Candace stalking her, bragging about having sources that live in her building. That is stalking. That's a felony in the state of Arizona. And his dumb ass is supposed to be a commissioned cop of some sort. You are a simp, sir. Clown. Oh, we got to get that cartoon series started. The Yeasty Witch and the Simp and the Wardrobe. Somebody put it in there. Because you just can't make this stuff up. So I gave her money. She should be happy. It's my way of helping. She should be glad I gave her money. What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Because, you know, it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Because I treat people the way I want to be treated. If a person said they were my friend,
lie.
and if they stood by me and they all on TV and all on my platform, if I were to die, I would hope that the first thing they think about is my family. Not my platform. But
okay. Let's ask Candace. Candace, would you care about his wife and kids if you can't take control of his company and his money? You know, he claims that he's got a security company of some sort. So if Candace doesn't become CEO of it, she's going to accuse your wife of having aided in murdering you. I hope you know that. You know, because you claim you love her like a sister. She said the same shit about Charlie Kirk. Look how that ended up. He has no idea what it means to have this cycle repeat itself. Because his dumbass is too afraid to call Candace Owens out on her bullshit. So this simp has no idea that what has been done to Charlie Kirk after death against his wife and 2 children can be done to him by the same damn person. You know, because see, this pattern of behavior is something that Candace Owens just has in the inside of her. She's always been an evil goon. People are paying attention even more because she's weaponizing the death of someone. Candace has always been an evil goon. She's always been a yeasty witch. Who goes and lives in an apartment 7 months and feel like they don't have to pay rent? The candy ass, is y'all good with that? Her creating black mold in her apartment, then tried to sue the apartment complex. And then when they didn't give her what she wanted, she just didn't pay rent for 7 months. I thought she was supposed to be pulling herself up by the bootstraps. Y'all good with her not paying rent for 7 months, violating state law? She lost that lawsuit, by the way. She lost. These are the same people that are good with her not giving a damn about people getting refunds on tickets they bought to see her in Australia say dumb things, knowing she had not secured a visa. The promoter had to declare bankrupt. Think she gives a damn? You think she's going out her way to try to get that promoter some money to help him out? You can't make this up. So if his ass drops somewhere and he no longer walks his earth, Candace will be dragging his wife and children under the bus and accusing her of all kinds of things. She's going to do a series on her. Bride of Brandon Tatum. It's going to be god awful. Because that is who she is. And because he failed to call her out, the same thing that happened to Charlie Kirk will happen to his dumb ass.
Our family. All right. God, you put Charlie back on the screen. Hey, y'all slow down for a minute.
Oh, he's saying nothing.
And perceptualize that young man got killed, assassinated in cold blood. He was just a 30-something-year-old.
This image is so good. I like this. Shout out to Jay Witt. Oh, Jay Witt. Oh, Deacon, you did such a good job. This photo is hard. I love it. Look at that. Oh, that's a thumbnail. I love this cartoon. I love it. I absolutely love the animation in this. This is hard.
Man, had his whole life ahead of him. He was killed. I know with the movies and people are desensitized to violence. Charlie Kirk is that young man right there that you see on the camera. He's never coming back. He did not deserve what happened to him. In my opinion.
She doesn't deserve to be accused of aiding in some plot to have him unalived either. And yet you take no quarrels to Candace Owens consistently accusing her of murdering her husband. Because you nor the candy ass cult members understand defamation per se, defamation laws, and how all of these can be argued in a court of law, not court of public opinion, court of law, where their comments are going to be used against her in a court of law. And your dumb ass still can't say her name. Funny how this is happening.
God saw differently. God has a plan for his life. He in heaven having a good time while y'all down here arguing. But I felt like as good of a person he was, he did not deserve for a coward to kill him and can't even face him man to man. He did not deserve to have to leave his family behind in the natural sense. Every man that's married know this out of their heart is that my being, who I am, what I stand for is to protect my wife more than my own life. And to be robbed of that opportunity where he can't protect Erica anymore is unfair to him. Kids deserve to have a good man as a father, which Charlie was. They're robbed of it. And the thanks that he get, put him on the screen. The thanks that Charlie Kirk get from all of that sacrifice,
is your dumb ass not being able to call out Candace Owens when she accuses his wife, now widow, of assassinating him. That's the thanks he's getting from you. F your $450,000. Anybody could have been sent that money. He hasn't shown any evidence he gave it to her. So until I see a receipt of transaction, he didn't give her shit. Now he need to prove that one. Since he want to throw it out and try to use it for bragging points, prove it. Show us the receipt where you gave her $450,000. Till then, it didn't happen and I don't care. That money is so irrelevant when this woman is being accosted and accused of murdering her husband. We went through comments yesterday on X where Candace's cult following are all repeating what she has said, what she has implied, what she has inferred, which is exactly how that's going to be heard in the court of law. And these dumb clowns didn't go to law school, so they have no idea what it means to put this legal argument together. Oh, man. And if it wasn't for the ingenuity and the creativity of Brian Harper's attorneys to use her own cult followers' comments against her, most of them would not be in panic mode right now, deleting them. No, don't delete that. Candy asses, leave them comments up into my chat if you dare. You come at your own peril. I have to say this every time I even talk about Candace Owens. I don't care how the Candace Owens cult, the candy asses feel at all. I don't give a damn how cult members feel. They have a hive mentality. They copy and paste. Then she got these dumbass bots that can't spell worth shit saying the same old thing. But because she's not putting any of them in check and they're parroting her talking points, and a reasonable listener and reader can see that she is saying that Erica Kirk conspired, planned, and covered up the assassination of her husband. She's accusing her of a criminal offense. That is defamation. Even the implication of the defamation is sufficient in the court of law. And Candace refuses to get some attorneys that won't withdraw from her dumbass case. Candace is sitting here losing attorneys because She keeps dogging everybody out for being Jewish. She's got attorneys withdrawing from her Macron lawsuit case. So she's going to have a harder time getting attorneys. Lord, we thank you. And she's going to have to pay even more money because those attorneys are going to be looking on YouTube and on X and Instagram and everywhere else and saying, oh man, she can't even keep attorneys for the Macron lawsuit. When Erica Kirk sues her ass, oh, that's going to be hard. They're going to charge her even more money. Buckle up, candy asses. Get ready to give up more of your mortgage and rent money to your cult leader. She will be demanding. She will be demanding it. You got to pay her attorney fees. Cult members should be so proud and happy. Landing in federal lawsuits. Their comments being used against her. And you're going to pay her attorney's fees. Congratulations to the candy asses. You're still stupid.
All of his teenage years, or his adult, his teenage years, his adult teenage years, all of his 20s, into his 30s, standing up for truth, traveling every day, trying to change the country. What thanks did he get? Conspiracies. What thanks does Charlie Kirk get? Bashing his wife when he gone. What thanks did Charlie Kirk get? Saying that what he died for should be tore apart.
Oh, Brandon Tatum, you clown.
He died for Turning Point USA. And it should be torn apart and thrown away.
Thank you, Gonro. Your little sister said
this is what y'all did. This is how y'all, I want every single person. Y'all ain't gonna see it, but I want you to share it with somebody that's stupid. I want you to look at Charlie's face and realize.
Share it with somebody that's stupid. Candace, you listening? Your brother's calling you stupid because he won't call your name because he's a coward and a simp. And money and a blah, blah, blah. God, isn't the only one where he sits here and talks about everybody else except her, I guess? Brandon, what would you do without Candace's money? I'm just, curious to know. Like, if you were no longer in charge of her merchandise, what would you do? Why would you want to align yourself with somebody that, the Bible says that we should be equally yoked with? Should we not? Is it not scripture? It's just mighty ironic how you want to align yourself with someone that is wrong, but the more you align yourself with her, the more you're showing us that you're equally yoked with her. Now, forget scriptures. They pick and choose which scriptures of the Bible they want to pay attention to. Shouldn't we be aligning ourselves with people that we're equally yoked with? I'm not saying that people should not have some differences and things that make them unique. But you're going to continue to handle the merchandise of somebody that is accusing this woman of murdering her husband, that is being sued for it. And you want to continue to do business with them? No, you get federal lawsuits. You have to find somebody else to do that. I want to be completely left out of your federal lawsuits. I don't want to be involved with none of that. You're about Felicia. Hell is hot. Like, what's so hard about him saying that? If he could give allegedly $450,000 away, it doesn't sound like he's hurting for any money. Why can't he just go and do his own merchandise? Why is he still doing merchandise for Candace, Cadence, Karen, Condoleezza? You mean to tell me you can't find someone else to do your merch? Is there no one else on earth that would do her merch? She's got so many cult members. I mean, one of them will do it. And they'll happily do it. They'll kiss her ass while they do it. See, Tatum doesn't give a damn. The simp does not care. None of this stuff bothers him. This is PR for him and his little sister.
You are hoping for the downfall of his wife. You betrayed him. You are hoping for the lifestyle of parentlessness in his children. You want Erica to fail. You want his kids to not have a mom.
They won't say Candace's name.
You're trying to get her killed and assassinated. You're asking questions for no effing reason. And this is what you do. You're doing that to him.
No effing reason. Boy, if you don't sit down.
I could go on for 100 hours about this.
And still be hypocritical.
You betrayed Charlie Kirk. Just look in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. I would never in my life do this to my friend's wife. I don't care if she had.
What do you mean you? You say you betrayed. Who are you referring to? So you still can't name them because you don't have a sack. Got it.
See-through pants on. The man's wife is off limits, bro.
Tell Candace
He can't
that.
defend her. She off limits. You know, the funny story about, I know we got to wrap here.
Well, you can't make this stuff up.
But the story of Noah, when he was drunk
Oh, you trying to talk about the Bible?
and naked, and his sons, I think maybe one of his sons covered him. And I always think about that, is that when you love somebody and you stand by somebody, you cover them, right? When they making mistakes, you don't throw them out to the wolves. You cover them.
Huh?
You support them. You encourage them. You help them become better. You don't throw them away. So if my friend's wife is struggling or something is going wrong, my obligation is to help her do better. My obligation is while she's struggling, I cover her. That's what men do.
What?
I'm willing to protect his widow.
He wants to protect his friend's widow while his little sister, Candace Owens, accuses her of conspiracy to commit murder. You can't make this up. Oh, you simp. Oh, man. Imagine if he had the spine and the sack to say her name. Just imagine. Because otherwise, all of this is moot. Null and void.
You coward mother.
Oh, you dumb asshole. Y'all, I gotta flip over. We gotta flip over here. Because I want you all to understand. When I say that he's a simp, I got a few videos with timestamps. Okay? Well, we're going to go into this. Because I want you all to see how Brandon Tatum has handled the aspect of Candace Owens and her relentless attacks and defamatory statements of accusing Erica Kirk of a criminal offense regarding the assassination of her own husband. Everybody else can call evil for evil because we can do that. The Bible permits us to do that as Christians. But Brandon Tatum somehow just ignores that scripture like it doesn't exist. So we're gonna see how he handled this young lady here, Rochelle Leah. She did an interview with him. I did 2 timestamps. So the first one is at 15:18 mark. Where she goes in. Okay. She goes in. So we're going to watch this, and then there's a second timestamp in here where she gives her remarks on Candace. He gives her defense of Candace and then tries to avoid it altogether. So let's check this out. Hit the 4 if you can hear. Let me know. Because I want y'all to see how much of a clown this idiot is. All right? Let's get to it.
I think Candace Owens is one of the most diabolical, evil.
Hold on, let me go back.
Because I truly think, and I don't know your relationship with her, I truly think Candace Owens is one of the most diabolical, evil-hearted women in America, probably in the world. One of the worst women in the world.
He's smiling here now. I want y'all to keep this in mind. She's saying this. He's sitting here smiling, cheesing, looking like a whole goofy. Yeah, he's so scared to say her name though. It's so crazy how that works. Yeah, come on.
I think she's borderline evil. She, like 2 years ago, was talking about, and I know, I'm sorry, because I know you must probably be friends or something or somewhat, you probably talk, but she was talking about how Israel, I just want to give an example of a spiritual demonization of Israel in the name of Christianity that has nothing to do with like a regular, like, I don't like the politics of Israel. I don't like the way they handle things. She was saying that, Herzl, who, was like the OG Zionist who thought about the founding of Israel and led to the founding of Israel. He was from the same place in Bohemia, Moravia that Frankists were from. And Frankists touch children and they like to, traffic children around the world and have people sleep. It's just so sick. And that he must have been a Frankist. So Israel was actually founded for the purposes of pedophilia. I have a direct quote, whatever. That's what I mean by like, and it was all about, Frankism versus like Christianity, the spiritual thing. And I think that that's a dangerous way of presenting Christianity, and it's going to create a problem.
Yeah, I think that, just like any religion, and I'll get to speaking about Candace here in a second, but just like any religion.
Why does it
people
take so long?
take the religion and they weaponize it in the way that they want to weaponize it. There's people who are Jewish who take Judaism and weaponize it. They
Doesn't
take
make it
the
right.
Talmud and they weaponize it against Christians. Some people do. And every religion has that. You have the Islam. They take it and they weaponize it and they blow up people and they kill people in the name of Allah. And
Candace weaponizes it to make money. What are we talking about here? At the end of the day, why not just get straight to Candace? Because that's what she's trying to talk about here.
Christianity is no different. The Crusades were an example of, in part, was an example of that. And so I don't think it's very unique that these Christians are doing this, or people who claim to be Christians are doing this. This is par for the course for people who have been deceived. I think that Tucker and all of them have been deceived, because if you actually read the Bible, and let me just say this. Do I think that Candace, and I know it personally, this is my friend, right? So,
Yeah.
He called her his friend. This is my friend. How? So friends can't correct each other? Because see, you tried to correct her in private and that didn't work. She's doubled down, tripled down. Now she's getting hit with federal lawsuits. So you're not going to call her out? Because she's the one speaking out in public all over social media. See, she's not coming behind somebody's back saying all this defamatory stuff about Erica Kirk. No, she's saying it out in the public. Why in the hell should you have to rebuke her in private every single time? How do we know you're even rebuking her? At some point, you're going to have to call her out in public, because it's the only way people know that you're actually standing on business and calling her out. Otherwise, you're lying like hell and you're saying nothing because you're a punk and a coward and a simp. You can't show any legitimate proof that you've actually called her out and put her ass in check. And then if you won't, say, hey, if I'm your friend, I'll be your friend, but I'm going to tell it like it is. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass. Why is that so hard?
I'm open to criticizing anybody, but I know her more
He
than
ain't going to
anybody.
criticize her.
So do I think that she's intentionally being an evil
Am I open to criticizing anybody? No, he's not.
person and all that stuff? No, I just think that she's been deceived.
Oh, no, she's not intentionally evil or anything, but she keeps intentionally defaming someone who husband was assassinated on national television by accusing her of being a part of a meeting where they planned his assassination, or being a part of a company, or the CEO of it, where they covered it up, or admitting to stalking her by having sources that live in her building. This girl says, I cannot go to a free event with the VP of the United States because of my safety and security concerns. I'm taking it to the house. And what does Candace and the candy asses do? How dare you cancel this? How dare you all think she can't cancel something? She grown. Y'all don't dictate shit. And yet his correction is, well, Candace said she had an assassination attempt on her life. This girl wouldn't even file a complaint formally to the FBI or send an official email, because she somehow thinks that's how that process works. No, you have to file a complaint online on the FBI website. They have a whole website where you can file a complaint. There's no official email to send. You file a formal complaint. That is the process for everybody. So why in the hell would it be sufficient for her to just send an official email? Who knows? No, what does Candace say she did? She sent the text to somebody that's high ranking. Was it Joe Kent? Because he did nothing. Nothing came out of that. She still went to Dollywood and Christmas parties. You didn't see Brandon Tatum challenging her to say, you claimed that there were payments being made through Club the Sun. Hey, Candace, are you going to post those transactions up? Because, we can't find any of that evidence. And now I've inquired about it. See, that's how you can check someone and put them in place without even having to come off. Like you're even trying to double behind them. You could have just did a show and said, Candace, whenever you're ready to show us those transactions of those payments from the French president to Club de Sant for your so-called assassination attempt, we're waiting on that documentation and evidence. Whoever called you, can you just call them back? Or we'll call them in real time on the show and ask them to send us that evidence. We're waiting for it. He could have just put it out there and just kept reminding her in every episode. And then guess what? She would have either had to say, I don't know what you're talking about, or it doesn't happen, or something. She would have lied, but it would have forced her to respond and put something on the record. Hey, Candace, I heard you claim you got 2 degrees. Can you present any of those degrees? One in journalism and one in English? Here's a video you saying this. Then he could have played the video. And then say, hey, you have any of these degrees you can show the public? Because the public is asking for you to provide a copy of your degree. You claim that you own 2 degrees after you've told everybody you dropped out of college after your 3rd year. So when did you go back to school and where are these degrees? Because otherwise she's lied. No, there's so many opportunities he's had to call her out on her bullshit. And he doesn't do it. But he's open to criticizing somebody. Yeah, okay. The SIMP.
I think that the Catholic Church and certain segments of the Catholic Church are deceived. And then they preach deception. And that deception, when you turn against God and his promise to his people in the land, you get open to a reprobate mind. Which, in my opinion, do you start falling for every deception from the devil to teach you and tell you that this is that God's plan is not what God's plan is. And I think a lot of people fall susceptible to it. I think Candace really believed the stuff that she say. I think that she really believed these things.
Oh, okay. If you think that she believed these things, then why is she trying to backpedal on her accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her husband? Because see, her and her dumbass cult think that she has to say the words Erica Kirk murdered her husband in order to be hit with a defamation lawsuit in a federal lawsuit complaint. Nope. Implication. You inferred it, you implied it, made the statements, affirmative allegations. Oh no, Candace has no idea how defamation works. Oh, she doesn't. And the many case law to support it. No idea. She's an idiot. I mean, she didn't go to law school or anything, but she chooses not to read either. So if Tatum is saying, I think she really believed these things, then why should we believe anything differently when it comes to her accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her husband? Here's what Tatum is saying now. That's supposed to be her big brother. I think she believed these things. She believed this though. Oh, okay, cool.
And they preach deception. And that deception, and when you turn against God and his promise to his people in the land, you get open to a reprobate mind. Which, in my opinion, do you start falling for every deception from the devil to teach you and tell you that this is that God's plan is not what God's plan is. And I think a lot of people fall susceptible to it. I think Candace really believed the stuff that she say. I think that
Candace really believed the stuff that she say. He said it. Candace, your big brother said you believe this stuff that you're saying. That means you believe that Erica Kirk murdered Charlie Kirk, that she aided in a cover-up, that she was on some Fort Huachuca, a part of some top brass meeting, that the military aided in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Your big brother is saying that you really believe the stuff that you say. I'm so glad he said this, because this is a snip. You see, Brandon Tatum, when you're an idiot, we snip it. Because you said it, and we're going to snip it. Because you said this. Y'all feel free to snip it and put that on X. Brandon Tatum claims that Candace Owens believed the stuff that she say, and he is her big brother and her friend. And he knows her personally. So why would he lie? See, when you're the queen of YouTube, you can take this person's words and just use them against them. I mean, it's not even hard. He's such a simpleton. How hard is this? Brandon Tatum said it. Candace Owens actually believes what she says. So why backpedal, Candace? Oh, this will not fare well for you in a federal lawsuit, girl. Because your friend, your brother, your confidant, your business partner, someone who knows you personally, is confirming that you actually believe the stuff you say. So you do believe that Erica Kirk murdered her husband. So why are you getting mad for being sued over it? Don't file a motion to dismiss, you punk ass. No, let that lawsuit go through the court, Candace. Just file an answer and keep moving. Don't waste time with the motion to dismiss. You want to get subpoena power, remember? She actually believes that she can get subpoena power.
Really believe these things.
Oh, I think she really believe these things. Oh, okay, cool. So there is no confusion that Candace Owens, in accordance to what her big brother just said twice, that she really believes Erica Kirk murdered her husband and carried out criminal offenses, being involved in a conspiracy and a cover-up of murder. Because those are criminal offenses. So he believes that. I'm so glad you said that, Brandon Tatum, because you're an idiot.
And as her friend, my objective isn't to blast her in public.
No, because she says these things in public. But let me be a punk ass and say that I'm doing it privately when I know I'm not.
Obviously, I can disagree with her principles. My job is not to blast in public. My job is to pray for her and talk to her in private. To try
He doesn't do any of those things.
In my opinion, if I have an issue with her, to try to talk her through the issue or talk with her with the issue, show her some scripture, pray for her.
Oh, no. We're going to baby her and treat her like she's a delicate little Baba sheep lamb. Let's treat the yeasty witch like a little rabbit. You know, never mind how she's growling and hissing at everybody online in her videos, making whole series about the Bride of Charlie and shit. No, I'm going to just stroke her and say, oh, you know you shouldn't be doing this, right? No. This is no, Candace. This is a no. Okay, you say you're going to send your Candy ass cult members after me? You're going to have me doxxed? Okay, well, I'm going to let you go, girl. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm scared of you too. Bye.
That's my job. Everybody else can say whatever they want to say about Candace. I love Candace. I really do think she's a great person. I just think she's falling for the okie doke when it comes to this
Wow. What does that have to do with Erica Kirk again? How are you accusing his wife of murdering him? Israel has nothing to do with that. No, that's all Candace. Because he said, because he's a hypocrite, she's falling for the okie doke. Okie doke? Okie do? No, she can't fall for anything if you firmly believe that she believes in what she says. I think she really believes what she said. That's what you said, right? That's what he said, right?
I think Candace really believed the stuff that she say.
Oh, okay. So how's she falling for anything? You can't fall for the okie doke if you truly believe the things that you say. She comes up with this BS out of nowhere. No one told her to conjure up Egyptian planes. That's not something somebody put in her head. That's something she came up with. She created that BS. And she believes it, according to Brandon Tatum. She really believes that bullshit to be real. Who in Israel is talking about Egyptian planes and stuff? When was that ever a topic of discussion in Israel? I haven't heard anybody from Israel talk about Egyptian planes following Erica Kirk around and TPUSA and a blah, blah, blah. This girl came up with all this stuff on her own. And he said, I believe she believes what she's saying. So now all of a sudden, in the next 3 statements, she's under some influence of some sort. No, on what? How? Ain't nobody talking about Egyptian planes but her. Where did she get that from when it comes to Israel?
I think that she really believed these things. And as her friend, my job, my objective isn't to blast her in public. Obviously, I can disagree with her principles. My job is not to blast her in public. My job is to pray for her and talk to her in private, to try to, in my opinion, if I have an issue with her, to try to talk her through the issue, or talk with her with the issue, show her some scripture, pray for her.
Show her scripture and pray for her and talk her through the issue. And she's still accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her husband. So whatever you think you've done in private has been all in vain. It's moot. It was ineffective. It didn't work. And your dumb ass doesn't think, okay, the next step could be, I'm going to call you out in public. You know, the Bible permits us to do that, right? Have another person observe so that they can witness the truth. Conversations occur between you and her. See, you can come out saying one thing. She's going to come out and lie and say something else. But see, when you do this stuff in public, because that's how she's lying and defaming Erica Kirk, she's doing that in public. Why are you finding it? He has no sack or spine. Oh, okay.
That's my job. Everybody else can say whatever they want to say about Candace. I love Candace. I really do think she's a great person. I just think she's falling for the okie doke when it comes to this anti-Israel stuff. Now, I can't.
She's falling for the okie doke when it comes to this anti-Israel stuff. But she believes every word she says, and no one came up with Egyptian planes but her. Israel was not accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her husband. Candace did. The end. It's that simple. This clown right here, this is the interview now. It's the interview. We're going to go to the next one. Right after that interview. Right after the interview. Oh, man.
Conversation.
Right after the interview. He goes out and then he wanted her to take this whole thing down. Can you believe it? Like she doesn't have freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Someone that's supposed to be an officer that understands the First Amendment wanted her to take this down. This is how cowardly he is. This simp did a whole interview with her. And then like the next day wanted her to take it down because he's a coward and a punk ass and a simp with no spine and no sack. Let's go. Hit the four if you can hear.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And he comes and we have an amazing conversation about like God and the Bible, the Torah, what's happening to the conservative movement right now, an amazing conversation. And then the next day, I get this message from his office. Hello, Rachel. Brandon asked me to reach out with a direct request. Please refrain from posting and please remove any uploaded version of the interview with him. He was not aware that you are Rabbi Shmuley Boteach's daughter at the time of recording. Brandon has publicly and consistently opposed many of your father's positions over the years.
He was not aware, so he didn't do his homework. He didn't look this stuff up. Doesn't he have a team? So neither he nor Candace does any level of research at all to vet anything. He didn't know who her father was. He had never heard of her. He could have looked that up. You could just simply ask, is there any reason for me to be concerned about any conflict of interest? I mean, that's something standard that can be asked where you allow that person to tell you what you might need to be wary and cautious of and give you a heads up about. Is there any reason for me to be concerned about any conflict of interest? Well, why does it matter who her father is?
And he does not wish to be associated directly or indirectly with him or his views. For that reason, we also need to formally cancel the interview. It already happened, whatever, okay? And any planned publication or promotion related to it. Please confirm that the interview has been taken down and will not be posted moving forward. I wrote back to them saying, this is like shocking. Can you please repudiate this? I'm not taking the conversation down. They completely ghosted me, never answered me. Okay, so what's bothering me here? It's not just that.
And what bothers me is his punk ass team thought that having her take it down because of whom her father is somehow was going to work. When we all have freedom of speech and under the First Amendment, she has a right to publish this interview. You can't make this up. No, for no other reason than you being somebody's daughter. I want you to take it down. Get the F out of here. You will lose all the lawsuits. Are you kidding?
This is such a degrading, demeaning message where Brandon treated me like a piece of garbage stuck to the bottom of his shoe. And that's not such a big deal because it's very common that someone's private character doesn't match their public persona. Okay, that's fine. It's also not that he went woke on me and tried to cancel our conversation and censor me because of my last name, right? I love my dad with all my heart and soul, but we're two different people. We agree on some things, disagree on other things. Conservatives, right? This is one of our biggest conservatives. We don't cancel.
Let me tell you something. Ain't a man put conservatism and liberalism to the side. The simp, Brandon Tatum, said that he loves Candace. She is his friend, his little sister, and that he doesn't agree with everything she says. All of a sudden, though, you don't want an interview up because of who her father is, but yet she didn't come at you saying, well, I'm not going to put this up because you claim to be Candace Owens' friend. You say you love her and you don't believe that she's a bad person. You actually believe that she's a great person. So I want you to refrain from saying my name because you're out here talking about you're friends with Candace Owens and that she's done nothing wrong. And in one sentence, she means everything she says and she truly believes it. And then in the next statement, oh, she fell for the okie doke and into this whole anti-Israel propaganda. What you mean? You can't even be decisive on whether or not she's standing on her own thought and whether she truly believes something or not, or if she's been brainwashed, essentially. But no one's asking you to not do interviews because of your affiliation with her. Why in the world would you email me and ask me to take down this? I would have went in on his ass. Why are you asking me to take this down because of who my father is? I'm not sitting here making it an issue about who your so-called little sister is. Candace Owens is your little sister, right? You love her. Y'all cool, y'all besties and all this shit. I'm not asking you to sit here and disassociate yourself based on it. Kick rocks. You have to sue me. You trying to infringe on First Amendment. The hell wrong with you? This is how much of a simp Brandon Tatum is.
People based on their background, their ethnicity, their last name, their religion. It's that he lied. I looked it up and I remember thinking, I don't remember him ever talking about my dad. What is he talking about? Like years of disagreement. There's nothing online. I can't find anything. It's a lie. My guess, and this is why I'm sharing this, is that this came from Candace Owens. Candace Owens has such a creepy obsession with my father and I. She has blasted us multiple times. Me, on her Daily Wire show, she accused my father of murdering Michael Jackson. She accused me and my father of killing people. She used the word killing. And in this conversation I have with Brandon, I called her evil.
Candace, a man went to prison for 3 years for murdering Michael Jackson with some medication, propofol. You can try to twist that reality up all you want in your world. But here on earth, the man who went to prison for 3 years was the one that was found negligent of Michael Jackson's death. What the hell is wrong with you? Of all people, Michael Jackson, you just pick him some random person?
Truly think, and I don't know your relationship with her, I truly think Candace Owens is one of the most diabolical, evil.
Hey, wait, hold on. She's using my video. Hold on, wait. She's using my video. Oh my gosh. Wait, did she do this? Or did it, maybe my editor added that.
Oh,
somebody, maybe my editor added that. Okay, let me strike that. Wait, hold.
Oh,
okay, now I gotta go look at the original now. I think maybe my editor did that. Oh my gosh. Okay, jump scare.
Hearted women in America, probably in the world. One of the worst women in the world. I really think she's borderline evil. She, like 2 years ago, was talking about, and I know, I'm sorry, because I know you must probably be friends or something or somewhat. You probably talk. But she was talking about how Israel, I just want to give.
Shout out to my editor. That's what he meant. Okay. No. Okay. My editor, her original video is 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
His editor is awesome. He shout out to the editor that I hope Jay Witt, I want to make sure I'm correct on this. I think the editor also aided in creating the animated video we watched in the beginning. So shout out to Jay Witt and his editor, whoever that is. They're awesome.
I'm like, wait, she's using my video. Shout out. I would love to talk to her. She seems like a great person. Okay, sorry about that.
Come over here today.
An example of a spiritual demonization of Israel in the name of Christianity that has nothing to do with like a regular, like, I don't like the politics of Israel because she is evil. She is. I stand by that. And Brandon kept defending her and saying, no, Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes are evil, but not Candace. I know Candace. Candace is my sister. I know her heart. She's a good person. I believe, this is like my guess, that this came from Candace, and Candace is censoring Brandon, and Brandon caved to her censorship, and he cowed to her trying to cancel me. That is a problem. These are our biggest conservative voices. This is a problem. It's disgusting, and it shouldn't happen.
Bruh. Okay, let me see real quick. Right after the Officer Tatum demanded I remove our podcast, let me give you all a big screen, conversation where I called Candace evil and diabolical, he posts this. I genuinely thought you had convictions and courage, Officer Tatum. Wow.
Oh, Brandon Tatum, you're a simp. You are a simp with no sack. You're a sackless, spineless simp. Oh, man. The power of the letter S. You're a sackless, spineless simp. Sackless, spineless simp. Y'all, we're here for it. That's going to be like episode 1 of our new cartoon series. The Simp and the Yeasty Witch. Sackless, spineless simp. Oh, my God. Y'all, we got to do it. We got to do cartoons on this. Oh, we got to do it. This is crazy. He tried to get it taken down, and then he wanted to sit here and ghost her. You know damn well you don't get to infringe upon free speech, you clown. How dare you, Brandon Tatum?
All right, and what is he posting? The game used her name. Candace owned the moment. Matter of fact, that podcast, that Substack just recently went out. So that's what she's referring to right there.
What?
Who cares
Bro,
about
what
the
are you talking
game?
about,
Who
man?
is it, the rapper? Who cares?
I'm gonna pull that in. I'm gonna pull that in. We'll look at that because I do think that is Brandon Tatum, man. I don't think he realizes how much of his own value he is giving up to stand for and defend Candace Owens.
Oh, he realized, Deacon. I got one more, y'all. Hold on. One more. Y'all, this is from Deacon. Shout out to Deacon. Shout out to Jay Witt. 7:30.
I'm doing Candace Owens.
Y'all, here it is. This is a reminder. He doesn't care about anything but the business. Making money. Now, this is the cartoon video that Jay Witt did after he received a copyright strike from this sackless, spineless simp, Brandon Tatum. He was forced to do, because, Brandon Tatum doesn't like people's opinions. You're a sackless, spineless, coward simp, Brandon Tatum. I think it's, degrading to the title officer to even give you that. Because all of a sudden, you don't know how laws work. So you can kiss my ass. You're infringing upon free speech. You could care less about others' constitutional rights. If you don't kick rocks. Now, while you're babying Candace, a cult leader, whom you're afraid of, because you want to keep making that money, that Skrilla. And then what he said, Skrilla? He going after the Skrilla. Brandon Tatum is after the Skrilla. 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 Because he thinks he's a rapper, like the game or somebody. Whack. So he uses terms like Skrilla, which is slang for money and wealth. As opposed to him just saying, I'm chasing the dollar bill. No, he says Skrilla. You can't even use slang appropriately. You clown. So here's where he reemphasizes, I will not be ending my business relationships with Candace. I love her, Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Wah, wah, wah. So after he was hit with the copyright strike, he came up with this cartoon version, which I thought was just absolute genius. Oh, Deacon, you should do more of these. This is awesome. So let's get to this. Y'all, that's Jay Witt up there in the corner. Y'all see him up there? And then this is an interview that the sackless, spineless simp was doing with someone else. I don't even know who this guy is. All right, hit the floor if you can hear.
Company does, our company, amongst a ton of other influencers, we do their merch. And I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens merch.
Right.
I'm just not.
Oh,
You know, that's just how it is, man. And it's business at the end of the day.
So I mean,
It's
ultimately,
business at the end of the day.
you're thinking of it from wait, she has the freedom to do exactly what she wants.
I got to be consistent, bro. I believe in the freedom of speech
Absolutely.
and expression.
No,
I
he
can't-
don't, because he wanted that young lady to take down a whole interview he did with her. Let's hear that again. He wanted her to take down an interview. But yet, he got to be consistent. It's about freedom of speech at the end of the day. And the blah, blah, blah.
manage any of that stuff. So I didn't even know that shirt is even something that was developed. So I saw it on her page and then somebody was talking about it. But yeah, our company does, our company amongst a ton of other
He didn't know
influencers, we
he
do their
managed
merch.
that stuff.
And I'm not going to stop doing.
He did not know that they did their merch. I don't even manage any of that stuff. What do you mean?
Manage any of that stuff. So I didn't even know that. I saw it on her page and then somebody was talking about
You
it.
didn't know that shirt was, he didn't know till I saw it on her page and then somebody was talking about it. What you mean? What you mean? So you don't know when she's putting out new merch? But you're in charge of her merch. So what the hell you doing all day? Candace, your little simp is not working. Obviously, he doesn't know when you're putting out new merch. It's like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's a shirt. So she's abusing the CIA logo to earn a profit without their permission. That's a violation of federal law. Let me call her. Hey, Cadence, Candace, did you know that using the CIA logo without their permission is illegal? You cannot do that, and you're making money from it. Oh, you said it. You're going to send the cult after me? They're going to have me doxxed? Is that what you're saying? So I'm going to get doxxed because I'm telling you what federal laws say. So you, what now? No, I have scripture if you want me to read scripture and we can pray together. Candace, I'm not trying to argue with you, girl. I'm just trying to read you some scripture and pray with you so we can get down to the issues of why you feel like you can violate laws, federal laws. You're using the CIA logo. It's like, you can be creative and use any other logo. But how about make up one? Why don't you challenge your candy ass cult members to help you create and design your own logo, have that copyrighted, and then use that on your merch? I mean, that would be more awesome, would it not? Because then it's yours. You don't have to worry about, sniping logos from whole government agencies that have not given you permission to use it. Don't you want to avoid a lawsuit from them? I mean, if the CIA sues your ass, you will lose. I just want you to know that. That's said with love. What? I'm going to get doxxed right now. Are the mommy sleuths coming for me? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll go back to being a sackless, spineless simp and say nothing. God bless you too. Have a good day. Bye, girl.
But yeah, our company does, our company amongst a ton of other influencers, we do their merch.
And oh my God.
I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens merch.
Right. I'm
just not. That's just how it is, man. And it's business at the end of the day.
So, I mean, ultimately,
I'm not going to stop doing their merch because you can't make this up.
Manage any of that stuff. So I didn't even know that shirt is even something that was developed. So I saw it on her page and somebody was talking.
He lied.
But yeah, our company does, our company.
He didn't know that the shirt was developed. So he lied. He lied because he knows when new merch is coming out. He will get an alert. First of all, they have to go through and show the prints. He would see all of the designs before it goes through and is mass made and printed and all of that. He will get samples because he's in charge of the merchandise. He sees samples. See, this idiot acts as if no one else knows how merch works. So when you do a design for the merch, you get samples of it, being that you're the distributor. You make sure all her merch orders are taken care of and everything. He will see samples of the shirt, the designs, the logos, and all of that. That's his opportunity to say, this is very distasteful. I'm not signing off on this bullshit. This is not even about freedom of speech or anything. You could kick rocks on that. I don't want anything to do with this. I would suggest you don't put this shirt up. This is gross. And if you do it, I'm not working with you and your merch. See, there's an opportunity for him to actually grow a spine and a sack. Nope. Brandon Tatum wants his, he wants his people to think that they're all stupid and they don't know how merch works. Brandon Tatum thinks that no one knows how to get merchandise from an idea and a concept out to the public. No one knows how that works but him. He would have seen that. He would have seen that. And why would Tatum be okay with that? Why would he be okay with that? He cares about Erica Kirk. He loves her so much. I'm going to protect his widow and his kids. What do you mean? Your sackless, spineless, simp ass is not protecting Erica Kirk. You're co-signing off on t-shirts that you know Candace is making because you get the prints. You get the layout. You get the design before it goes out to be made and manufactured. Because you're in charge of all of that. So kiss my ass, Brandon Tatum, you dumbass liar. You're lying and hell is still hot. You'll find out. Keep on playing these dumb games. You're going to keep winning some dumb prizes.
Amongst a ton of other influencers, we do their merch. And
we do their
I'm not
merch.
going to stop doing Candace Owens merch.
Right.
And he's not going to stop doing Candace Owens merch. So that means every time she puts out a shirt, a t-shirt, a hat, a cup, or mug, or keypad, a mouse keypad, or whatever, he sees all the designs before it goes out into mass production. He sees that shit. So all the shirts and things that he's had done, even after this, he's co-signed off on it. Brandon Tatum, you want to keep pretending like you dumb as hell and you don't know what's happening? You want to keep playing this game? You're not going to stop doing Candace. He said, I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens merch. So you're co-signing on this bullshit. Because all that merchandise is being made under defamation. So I hope, Erica Kirk, girl, you're going to have to start. Oh, when I say you're going to have to wake up on this one and see who your real friends are. Name his ass in a lawsuit. And watch how fast he try to pivot from all this merchandise stuff. Because he said here, I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens' merch. So the next time, y'all can snip this right here. Snip this. Next time his dumb ass walk around talking about, I didn't know that they were making this shirt. He already said, I'm not going to stop doing Candace Owens' merch. Okay. So all that money being made off of all that defamation she's putting on t-shirts, your ass will be held liable. And Erica Kirk should tell you to kiss hers. And make sure that you're held liable. The hell you mean? This is what I mean by simp. Right here. A simp. But he want to brag about giving her $450,000. What the hell difference does it make? She can sue you for millions. Because you're in charge of her merch. And you're not going to stop doing it. Okay, cool. Glad you set that on the record.
I'm just not.
I'm just not. And double down on it.
You know, that's just how it is, man. And it's business at the end of the day.
So, I mean,
I'm glad you said that. So make sure, Erica, your attorneys have that quotation in here. It's business at the end of the day. He could care less about the virtue or, the ethics or the morality of it all. Or, how is Christ king in this? It's business at the end of the day. Christ is king. Woo, man. I tell you all. Boy, there's something else when you slow this stuff down and you break it down a little bit, you start seeing like, oh, wow, he is full of shit. Brandon Tatum is full of crap. He's full of crap. The candy asses don't care about this. They don't care about this. But then he talks about, I'm pro-Israel and all this other stuff, while she's out here talking about I'm anti-Israel. I hate all of them. I hate Jews. I hate this. They all killed Charlie Kirk and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to stop. It's all business. It's business at the end of the day. So it's all about money for you. So good luck to you keeping it. Because if you get named as a co-defendant in the lawsuit because you perpetuated this behavior, you sat here and sold all this defamatory merch. And you say you weren't going to stop twice. You double down on it. So to get mad when she takes your ass to court. Take it like a champion, you sackless, spineless simp. Take it like a champion.
Ultimately, you're thinking of it from, but she has the freedom to do exactly what she wants.
I gotta be consistent, bro. I believe in freedom of speech.
Exactly what she wants.
I can't be a hypocrite and say I believe in freedom of speech and expression, except when it offends me, because I don't like when people do that to me.
It's not freedom of speech and expression when it's defamation. This is why I refuse to call him officer. Defamation is not protected speech. The f you mean? What I'm saying is protected speech. Defamation is not protected speech. Defamation is provable false statements that are made to damage and injure one's reputation, character, and credibility. And you have the intent to defame from Candace and the conspiracy to defame. This girl conspired to defame Erica Kirk religiously for 8 months, and you have been in charge of all that defamatory merchandise. You've made money from it. You've profited off of this defamation. Of course, he doesn't want her to stop. Why would Tatum's spineless, sackless, simp ass want Candace Owens to stop slandering, maliciously slandering Erica Kirk? He's making money from it.
Hey, man, I got a business.
I'm not saying that you don't have the freedom to speak. Like, you would not. Again, Brandon Tatum is not being consistent. If somebody wanted to say something, there's a place where Brandon would not be able. If I wanted to make a shirt that mocks his wife, if I want to do a shirt that mocked Brandon Tatum's wife and his kids, I promise you he wouldn't do it.
Yep.
And it would, if I could prove that it would sell 100,000 units in the first week and everybody want to get it, I bet you he would still not do it. It mocked his wife. So you do have a standard, sir. So stop pretending like you're so, I'm so freedom of speech to the end. No, you're not. I promise you.
Oh, he's not.
If I asked you to do a shirt that mocked Trump, you probably wouldn't do that either. Like, there is a floor. He just doesn't want to admit it. Come on, let's get done.
And I don't think I should be blackballed out of the industry because of my political beliefs or something I've said on.
No one said to be black for you to be blackballed. You can have your own merch. You say you do merch for others. They're saying you should not be doing defamatory merch for Candace Owens, you dumbass. Now keep on muddying the waters and moving the goalposts and act as if you don't understand simple English terms. You should not be pushing out defamatory merch and making money off of all this defamation and malicious slander from Candace Owens. When you have other clients, she's just one of them. Get another client. If you're good at what you do, people will still want your business because now they see you have some integrity, that you have ethics and morality, that you're not going to sit here and earn a profit off of someone defaming someone, which is not protected free speech. It's just not. Our First Amendment says that defamation is not protected free speech. What law are you reading, boy? Which amendment is he reading again? Because he's not here with us on earth. He's not reading the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Obviously, he's reading the First Amendment of the cult of Candace Owens. He's not reading ours. Hell.
The internet.
Yeah.
Is the product good or not?
Yep.
Do you have a contract to do a business?
Oh,
not?
you can't make this up.
People act like they want me to break my contract.
Break
They
it.
want to break my contract. What are we gonna do? What is
Get out
getting
of
rid of her merch look like? In mid-print? We're just gonna not print the stuff that people may have paid for and purchased. That's a lawsuit.
That you're legally bound to.
You're legally bound through documents, which I'm fine because I agree to them and they're fair.
Yeah.
And then also there are people who are purchasing products that what we're gonna do, not fulfill the product.
Huh.
And then therefore people are not getting the product that they paid for, and then therefore lawsuits happen. There's no need to do none of that stuff because people
Why not just say, hey, I want to get out of this contract. What do I need to do to get out of this contract and cut ties with you? You're just one client that I have. You're not the only one. How do I get out of this? See, he could get an attorney to help him get out of the contract, even if he has to pay to get out of it. So your morality is for sale, is what you're saying, Brandon Tatum? You sackless, spineless simp. Your morality is for sale. Because you could just get an attorney to help you get out of that contract. You didn't even have to breach it. Just get out of it. But no, all of a sudden, he didn't know how to get an attorney to get out of it. Get out of it. No one is making you breach a contract. Get out of the contract. Get you an attorney and get out of the contract. Wow, he really did not go to the police academy. He's so stupid.
Had the freedom to say and do whatever they want to do.
I guarantee you wouldn't do that.
Defamatory. Not to be defamatory. You don't have freedom to be defamatory. That's not protected free speech, you dumb idiot.
Need to do none of that stuff because people had the freedom to say and do whatever they want to do.
I guarantee you wouldn't do that though. I guarantee you, if a Satanist came in there, you wouldn't rock with them. If somebody want to mock your wife and kid, you would not rock with them. What, they did a picture of you, Brandon Tatum, like an insulting T-shirt of you, and wanted you to print that. I guarantee you wouldn't do it. If I get in there, get you over a barrel, say, hey, I got to do 8 shirts with you. You get the contract, you sign it, everybody's in agreement. Cool. My first shirt is something non-offensive. My second shirt is me mocking you. Third shirt, mocking your wife and kids. Fourth shirt, mocking your God. Fifth shirt, mocking. I guarantee you, one of those shirts you're not going to do. I don't care what I say. I don't care.
And because it's an impartial business operation, I don't discriminate against people. I really don't.
How's that discrimination? I don't want to be a part of defamation and slander. You know, if it were coming from someone he considers to be a leftist, he wouldn't do it at all. And he would have no quarrels with telling them to kick rocks. So, because you have no spine or sack or soul, you don't care that it's coming from Candace Owens. You're scared of her. So you're going to put this bullshit contract above having some level of integrity and morality? Really? And he's supposed to be somehow virtue of some sort. Oh, I got a scripture for you. Since he likes scriptures and prayer and all. His lying ass. I got one for you. I got one for you, Tatum. It's coming up after this. Yep.
And
so he would print for,
especially not people with their opinions. I could disagree.
So you would print for a leftist? So you would print for a Democrat?
Yes,
AOC, fill in the blank. Dyed in the wool blue Democrat. You would print their shirts?
Yep.
Okay.
With your opinion.
Yeah.
But that is your product. That's
yeah, because it would be discrimination if he didn't, right? It would be discrimination if he didn't do it for a Democrat or a leftist in his mind. They just goes to show he doesn't have any integrity. He don't give a damn. A client is a client. Money is money. As a contract is a contract. Why should I not make millions? How dare you all? Why do I need a soul for a t-shirt? Oh, okay. Keep on.
your store, and then you have to deal with that. And if somebody don't like it or whatever, you can come make a shirt to disagree with that, and I'll sell, and we'll print your shirt.
So
wow.
Oh, wow.
All right. No, I don't think Brandon Tatum. I'm sorry. I think Brandon Tatum is a man without principle. I think Brandon Tatum is a man without a real moral compass, and he just keeps making the situation bad. He keeps making the situation worse and worse by not just being honest and saying, "This is where I land. This is my position," and just stand on it. He'll keep fluctuating. So, well, let me take this back. He is standing on this on business, literally it being a business. But that is what it is. Let me know what you think about it. Comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good jazz. Thank you so much for liking the video as well as for.
Oh, yo, shout out to Jay Witt. Shout out to Jay Witt. So that was the last one. I want to get over here because Brandon Tatum says he likes scriptures and stuff. Oh, what does it mean to be equally yoked? The Bible speaks of this. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Paul writes, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? Or what communion has light with darkness?" Because, we got Bible. Brandon Tatum, your hypocritical behind love scriptures. You read and pray when it's convenient. But you don't follow the word of God. Because you wouldn't have a problem having some level of boldness to declare the truth when it comes to Candace Owens. And calling her out. Because, yes, the Bible does permit us to do that. But you're a coward. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? Or what communion has light with darkness? So let's go down to signs of being equally yoked. Both partners actively practice their faith and prioritize spiritual growth, share core beliefs and values, including moral and ethical principles. What are the moral and ethical principles of Brandon Tatum and Candace Owens again? Defamation and slander. Got it. Open communication about spiritual matters and life goals. Yeah, okay. Mutual support and pursuing God's purpose individually and as a couple. They're not a couple. But even though, they claim to be sisters and brothers, and somehow Candace said the same thing about Charlie Kirk, and look how she act now. She act like she is wife. Broader application. While marriage is the primary focus, the principle extends to friendships, business partnerships, and other close relationships, highlighting the influence of close associations on one's spiritual life. Proverbs 13:20 emphasizes this. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. A companion of fools can lead you to federal lawsuits. A companion of fools can cause you to be named as a co-defendant. Lord, we thank you. A companion of fools can cost you millions of dollars in attorney's fees and court costs. A companion of fools can cause you to end up suffering more with your business once people start realizing you're full of crap. A companion of fools go out and they don't care that they're creating harm and injury and accusing someone of a criminal offense. You're aligning yourself with a fool, and you're proud of it. Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens is a fool. She thinks she has subpoena power. What a fool she is. Can't keep an attorney. Got whole counselors withdrawing from her lawsuits and her defense team. A companion of fools suffers harm. Amen. That's the word of God. So, Brandon Tatum, I'm going to say unto you, as you have said to others, if you don't like the scripture, take that up with Jesus. Because he's the only one you're going to be fighting that battle with. We're not arguing what the scripture says. It's written right there in black and white. Proverbs 13:20. Take that up with God. And I dare you. Good luck to that. Can't make this up. Oh, man. Let's get in some supers right quick before we end. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys go check out Jay Witt Podcast, my brother in Christ. Deacon, you ought to be so proud of me. I brought in some scriptures today. You should be so proud. Oh, man. Shout out to him. And thank you so much, Deacon, you and your editor, producer, for the animated video that we were able to show in the beginning. It is up, posted in the members-only channel for the Lady Luck Club. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Got memberships. Enjoy watching that without commentary. And then we have Rosetta. Girl, she gifted a Lady Luck Club membership. So if you receive that membership, make sure you thank Rosetta for that membership. And I want to thank all of you for listening and tuning in. The candy ass is a man. So is the devil. I mean, I don't care. Let him be mad. They'll get over it. But I want to thank you all so much for the support. We have a watch party coming up with Laura Loomer. And so that'll be coming up soon. And then after that, we're going to do a little mini Candace marathon this evening. And of course, tomorrow watch party for Facts Me. So we have a lot lined up here. And I did hear back from Edie Marie. So hopefully we'll be doing something on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, between 12 and I think I said 7 or something like that. Just the peak hours when I know you guys will be available to hang out with the both of us. She is absolutely hilarious. And she has great content. So make sure you check out Edie Marie's YouTube channel as well. So you guys, if you can't tune in to the next live for the watch party with Laura Loomer's video, if not, I will see you all in the next one. And until such, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.